So hi everyone, in this video we are going to talk about Rust Workspaces. What is workspace? A workspace is a set of packages that shares the same cargo.lock file and output directory. It is essentially Cargo's native support for a monorepo architecture. Why to use them? Single log file. All crates in the workspace use a single cargo.log file at the root. This ensures that if package A and package B both depends on Serde, they are guaranteed to use the exact same version of Serde. This prevents version conflicts and dependency hell. Shared dependencies. You only download and compile common dependencies once for the whole workspace rather than once per project. Faster build times and disk space efficiency. Shared target directory. By default, all crates output their build artifacts to a single root directory. This saves massive amount of disk space and speeds up compilation because shared dependencies don't need to be rebuilt for every crate. Simplified workflow. You can run commands like cargo test or cargo build from the root directory, and cargo will run them for all crates in the workspace automatically. When you should avoid using workspaces. First, completely unrelated projects. If you are building two distinct tools that have nothing to do with each other, putting them in a workspace binds their dependencies together. Updating a library for the package A might force an update for package B because they share the same cargo with log file. Second reason could be strictly independent versioning. If you need to release package A as version 1.0 and package B as version 0.1, they have conflicting requirement for the same dependency. The shared log file becomes a burden rather than a benefit. Third, simple small applications. If your project is a simple binary with a few modules, splitting it into workspace is premature optimization. It adds folder nesting and configuration overhead that you don't need yet. Fourth is different release cycles. If one crate changes daily and another changes yearly, managing them in a workspace can make CI/CD pipelines significantly more complex. In the last video, we created a TCP server which is routing chat messages from one client to another client. In a future videos, we are going to implement custom protocols and a client application as well. We will have one server package, one client package, and one common library package for sharing common things. So here is the official documentation for Cargo workspaces. For creating a workspace, first we need a directory. So let's create one. Let's create a cargo.toml file. Now, according to documentation, we need to add the workspace section in cargo.toml file. So I'll do the same. Another thing we need is members, and it is array. So we can list all the packages in the members array. To have the global dependencies, we will say workspace dependencies. Now let's add few applications. First, I would like to add cargo, new, and this server application. Let's add the client application. So these are the binary applications. Now we need one library application. So we just have to use -lib. So now we have three packages in our workspace. One is server, client, and lib. Lib is the only library crate here. The client and server both are binary crates. Now let's add one dependency in the root cargo.toml file. So first I would like to add the Tokyo as a dependency. Let's say I want to use the same version of this Tokyo in server and the client file. So what I will do is there are two ways to add the dependencies. First, we can say cargo add Tokyo. I want to add the Tokyo package in the client applications. So -p for the package and client is the name of the package. So let's check. If we check the cargo.toml file in the server directory, in the server package, there is no dependencies yet. So let's add the Tokyo. So instead of package client equal to, I will say add it into the server. So it is added. Perfect. So this is how it works. Next, we have our own library create, and let's say I want to use this into my server. So for that, open the cargo.toml file of the server package, and I'll say lib equal to path, and I can just give the path of lib directory. Perfect. So now I can use this lib inside my server package. So in the suggestion, I am getting the lib create, but there is nothing to use from that. In the last video, we coded a TCP server. So we have the server code, and in the next video, I mean in the future videos, we will code our client application as well. Okay, so for now, let me copy and paste the server code into this workspace. So this is the code. We kept everything in the same file for simplicity. Perfect. Now we have to install the dependencies which we require to run our server, and these are dash map, features, and Tokyo util. So let me copy and paste it from our server file. I will add all the dependencies as workspace dependencies and use it the same dependencies for the server. So we need Tokyo util dot workspace equal to true. Another creates our dash map. Perfect. Features true. Fine. Now we added all the dependencies in our server package. Now all the errors should go away. Now I guess everything is fine. Now let's try to build everything. Now I will say cargo build, and it will build all three binaries. Okay, I guess we changed only server file, that is why it builds server only, which is perfectly fine. To run the binary, I will say cargo run -bin, name the binary which is server, and our server is running perfectly fine on the port 8080. Same for the client application, hello world, and it's perfect. If we check the handle client function, right now we are using line codec for parsing the network bytes. So whenever we are encountering the new line character, which is /n, it is breaking the string and delivering it to us. But in next video we will code our own codec, custom packet codec, which will parse the network byte according to our protocols.